right, so this is where the magic begins. I've already done a little bit of weaving. And what happens when you're doing it properly, this side, you're going to have 2 layers. And over here on the other side, and I'll show you a little bit close up later, it's all closed in. We have the pickup sticks in order and the reeds are ready. And we're going to start with the first instructions. Right now, both of the heddles are in neutral position. And I'm going to bring what we're going to call B, the bottom stick. We're going to bring that forward and we're going to turn it on an angle and move it as close as we can to that rigid heddle. Now, one of the things, if you're under a lot of tension, sometimes it's hard to keep things in place. And maybe move that one back. But the idea is that you're opening the shed to do your first weaving if you're starting. So that's up. And what they suggest you do is to slightly raise this just a little bit, not much, because what we're doing is we are literally putting our shed in where we really can't see it. Right now on the bottom are all of the, what we call the bottom layer. So you have 1 row that are in the slots and everything else is above. We take the shuttle through from the right to the left. And then I like to take the beater and bring it forward. And we're going to just bring everything back to the rest position. And it looks like that back pickup stick already fell down. So we're going to move that back. So that's the first step. The second one is to say, we're going to call H2, Heddle 2. And what we're going to do is we're going to lift the rear heddle to the up position. So that's in the up position, and both of the pickup sticks are in the back. Now what I've found helpful, sometimes your yarn might stick a little bit, and what you want is you want only 1 layer, especially if you're using wool. So right now just kind of tap a little bit, and what I have right now is all of the upper level. I'm going to do the second layer, the top layer. Bring the shuttle through, and I'm going to actually press a little bit, beat it, bring it through, and then I can put everything back in the neutral, and I can move the beater forward. So that was step 2. Step 3, we have 4 steps. It says to bring A forward. A is the pickup stick on the top. I'm going to bring that one forward, and again we're going to turn it like that. And again, make sure that you have all of the threads. Again, we are now going to weave the other part of the top layer. Bring the shuttle through. Move your heddle. And I'm going to put everything back in the rest position. And what's actually happening is I can really only see the top layer. I can't see the bottom layer. It's weaving underneath. So this is where a mirror might be helpful. So we're on the 4th step, which says to put the heddle 1 down. There's heddle 1 is, forgot, put that in the back position. Put heddle 1 down, and everything else is in neutral. Now this is where you might be able to see, and what I'm going to do is when I'm finished with this talking video, I'm going to take separate pictures of each position and put them in order. That's one thing I did not find in any place else that I could show you. So right now I just wove the bottom, and again I can't see it. It's kind of like, okay, if it's underneath there, but if I open this up, and again I'll show some close-ups later. Right now this is all the pink. It's pink on pink because that's what I'm weaving with. And the top one is the pink and the rose. And on this side, it's all closed. And that's how we're doing a double weave to make something twice as wide. You can also do other double weaves, 2 layers. You can also have when both sides are together. But in this particular video, we're only doing the one side at a time. I'm going to go through that one more time, but first what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to take pictures of each stage so you can see it from the side and some close-ups. This is the first of the 4-step series. The first step, both heddles are in the neutral position, and I brought the pickup stick B, which is on the bottom, forward, and I have it on its edge. You can see it over here. It's on the edge. And that opens up a shed where literally 3 threads are up, 1 thread is down, and I have the heddle, or the shuttle, in the shed to go from right to left. I'm weaving the bottom layer, the first half of the bottom layer. Now we are on step 2. In step 2 is the rigid heddle 2 is in the up position. The front heddle is in neutral, and both of the pickup sticks are pushed in the back. And I'm going to be taking the stick shuttle, going from left to right, and I'm weaving the top layer at this time. We are now on step 3, and in step 3, both of the heddles are in neutral position, and I brought the pickup stick A, which is the top one, forward, and I tilted it. The shuttle now is moving to the left, from right to left, weaving the top layer of this particular weaving. We are now on step 4, and we have the front heddle in the lower position. Everything else is neutral. The pickup sticks are in the back, and what we have is the other layer of the bottom part of our weaving. So at the moment we have 1 layer at the bottom, and we have 3 that are up. So 1 down, 3 up, and we are going to be then taking our shuttle from left back to right. I'm going to do the process one more time. It's 4 steps because we need to be weaving tabby weave on the top layer and the bottom layer. What we start with right now, both heddles are in the neutral position. We're going to bring B, the bottom pickup stick forward, put it on its angle. And again, like I said, sometimes I kind of pop things to make sure everything's going to work all right. And then what we're going to do is lift the front heddle just a little bit, because what we want is we want 3 on the top and 1 on the bottom. So in this case, it's the lighter pink is on the bottom. We're going to go from right to left, and we can take our front heddle, let's put these all in the neutral position, take our front one and press it, put everything back, and we're going to move on to step 2, which will be heddle 2 is going to be up in the up position. Pickup sticks are in the back. And this is again where I need to kind of pop it. I can see that I have 2 that kind of stick together. So what I found was just to kind of pinch a little bit. And then sometimes you might want to check to make sure you have all of the yarn that's in the slots. So what we'll do is go back. We can also beat a little bit here. we are weaving the top layer. Just bring that through. And again, put everything in the neutral, press it forward, and we are now back neutral, and we are on to step 3. Step 3 says to bring pickup stick A forward, turn it on its side, and actually as I turn it on its side, you can almost see that it opens up there. The shed opens up. We're going to take stick shuttle. Sometimes again I like to kind of be a little extra there. Bring it through. Take the rigid heddle, beat it, bring it back, put everything back in the neutral position, and we now are on to step 4. And as you can tell, we just keep repeating it. Step 4 is heddle 1 is down. Again, making sure that shed is open. Take it through. You can also beat it if you want to. Pull it through. Bring everything up and over. All right, I'm going to take the shuttle and get it out of the way. And then I'm going to come a little bit closer here so you can see where the 2 layers are actually forming. Get a little bit closer over here. And here we have the 2 layers, top and the bottom. I'll even bring the whole camera even a little closer here. I think that might help you a little bit more to see what's happening. There we go. Not a big contrast in the colors, but again, as we can see, those are open. The other side is closed. And I will turn the loom around so you can see what the other side looks like. So let's see here. This is actually, there we go. We actually have the 2 layers going on right there. We have the pink and we have the other one. It is closed. I can't get my finger through there. You can actually see what happened here, but I'll explain. I decided to take a look at the edge again where they are connected to make the double weave, and I noticed that there was a rose-colored and the pink in the same line there. Well, that's actually a threading error. At the very beginning, we need to remember to have 1 less thread on the bottom layer that you're doing. Otherwise, you'll have that occur. So what I did was I basically cut it off. You can see where it was. I cut it off. I'm draping it on the back of the loom. And now we have it every other thread. We don't have 2 in 1. It stops with pink and goes right to the rose color. And if I continue weaving, when I open it at the very beginning, I can take that out. But I wanted to show you what happened. So again, I just want to let you know there was a bit of a mistake at the very beginning, and we can fix that the next time by remembering to have 1 less thread on the bottom layer, and it needs to not have in a hole. We end up with a slot is what happens.